It's not because we believe in forms of mild torture, it's because we believe in second chances. The players who were once eliminated in the semifinals are not out of the tournament. It is time for Day 9 TV and TeamLiquid.net to present the King of the Beta 3rd, 4th place match! Yeah! In the left-hand corner, the man who has showcased a variety of strategies could not quite take down Pult, but absolutely could take down TLO in the round of 8. Can he do it against a Zerg again? It is Grubby! And his opponent, the man who's saving up money to 7 pool because he likes giving us awesome matches and also because this is a good map to do it on. The captain of Team Root Gaming, it is CatZ. Now, if you recall back to the round of 8, CatZ defeated White Raw in game number 1 with a 7 pool into Roach Burrow Rush, into Fast Hydralus Nidus Worm Pressure. Yes. Oh, yes. In this 3rd, 4th place match, best of 5. Absolutely every opportunity for CatZ to pull some awesomeness. Grubby's scouting unusually early. A lot of people on this map like to just blindly go for the expo or just begin the wall off with a 16 forge, but the fact is the watchtower doesn't really cover the attack paths as it would on a map like Daybreak. You hold the watchtower on Daybreak, you can see exactly what's going on. And wow, Grubby, before even getting to the base, builds a preemptive forge. 6 lings are on the way. What does Grubby think about this? We find out back at his house. He's building probes. He values the economy. He is the working toss. Now this front can be walled off if enough buildings are planted in front of it. Said Sean in a brilliant moment of insight live on air. CatZ is streaming across with these Zerglings. Grubby's going to get a good look at them up in the middle of the map. Already building that cannon, and walls himself in neatly with some gateways. I'm curious to see how CatZ is going to play this one off, as he has a couple of options. Can go for gas, can go for the expand. Looks like it is going to be target firing. The nearest by vulnerable gateway. Photon cannon finishes, gets a single shot off, and it looks as though Grubby has withstood the might of a 7 pool. Now, generally, most Zergs feel very uncomfortable in a position like this. Generally quite screwed. The fact is that, as we're seeing in this game, Grubby does not really have a ton of options at his disposal yet. He is walling himself in with the Cybernetics Core, yet has no geysers. He's taking an expand, yet is low on probes. Geysers just now getting started. Given the fact that Grubby has completely walled himself in, it's looking a lot like he wants to go for a very fast Stargate. CatZ, on the other hand, is taking the kind of distant second base. Not yet taking a 3rd. Looks like Grubby's trying to get to the top of Reddit again with some cool pylon construction micro. Does look like CatZ is just continuing to play standard macro mode, but is not yet going for that 3rd hatchery. Almost always we see Zergs try to get 3 hatcheries up against an early expanding Protoss, but CatZ tends to be a little different. I would genuinely not be surprised to see some extra geysers go down right here for CatZ. He is the sort of player who has been surprising a lot of people, especially in this tournament, with exactly those kinds of plays. Narrowly lost to Morrow 2-3. But what are you going to do? Morrow mechs and builds huge walls of tanks. But fortunately, CatZ will not have to face tanks in this matchup. Now, Grubby is in a very weird position with this wall off. He's going to have to destroy one of these buildings to advance out, and 2 of them are rather critical at the outset. So yeah, it looks like Stargate will be the key choice. The fact that this probe is alive is a real miracle. It means that there's an opportunity that Grubby could still get some good scouting in, could still get maybe an additional proxy pylon in. Double geysers, not at the usual 6-minute mark, but around 6:30. The real danger, though, is that there's no anti-air at these bases. Ah! I just felt like screaming. CatZ repels the one Zealot in the middle of the map that's there to try to force more units out of Zerg. Mothership Core is going to join in, give those Zerglings a bad time. I would love a fast Void Ray here. It looks like an Oracle, also going to be a strong choice. But Grubby's going to be forced to build a lot of gateways and kill this one off. Look at the resource distribution for Grubby. Has a lot in the bank. No real opportunity to take a third base as, you know, White Ra we've been seeing perform. How is CatZ going to pull this off? He's getting Zergling speed. Queen now coming up. I think CatZ is starting to regret going for the 7-pool build. He's about to have Mothership Core and a single Zealot and Oracles coming up into his main base. First Oracle down. Will Grubby go for Oracle 2? You betcha. Oracles are awesome. But this one will fly by the Overlord. Ah! I'm not sure CatZ can really do that much about it. Looks like Grubby has decided, well, since I couldn't get up an expansion right now, I'm just going to be going straight for mass gates and applying that pressure. Mothership Core stepping right into action. And it looks like the Oracle's going to arrive. Will it target fire the Queen? Nope, not going to mess around, just killing drones as much as possible. Mothership Core is actually the one that absorbs the hits, and amazingly, nothing dies from Grubby. In that unit loss tab, oh, wait a minute. Nothing yet lost for Grubby. The only way he's lost funds is by constructing and canceling pylons. Oh, the irony of indecision. And yep, Grubby's definitely going to be going for some sort of all-in-ish play. He is going straight for a Void Ray. Is there a proxy pylon out? Are you serious? Where is that proxy pylon? Uh-oh. Probe trying to get the pylon up, and it looks like CatZ knows it. Oh, by the skin of his teeth, CatZ is able to protect himself. And now the Zealots will have to be warped in all the way back there. I mean, is Grubby going to abandon his plan? I mean, Grubby's well known for enjoying these two-base all-ins. CatZ, again, a little bit pigeonholed in his plan. He can't do things like go for Fast Infestor. He kind of has to go for Roach and likely Hydra. Hydra's really the only comfortable option for CatZ. Time-wise, certainly the Roach speed going to be his first big investment, but I mean, 3-base, yep, 3-base Hydralisk versus 2-base Gateway Stargate player sounds like a good time for the Zerg player. I'm going to continue to go to the Grubby Vision mode because, let's be honest, seeing this light green on the minimap is freaking impossible. Oh, interesting. Grubby is opting to take out the Stargate. Or, excuse me, take out the Forge. Generally a signal that Grubby's saying, yeah, I'm not looking to do a lot of late game stuff. Robo facility down now, so Grubby's at a little bit of a crossroads. He's now taking out this set of debris to get himself up an expansion, but look at the numbers. It's 2 minutes until he can get a Colossus. A minute on the Robo Bay, and then another minute building the Colossus. We have Hydralisk coming out, double evolution chamber, we have the range, we have Burrow, we have Roach speed. It's going to need to be exactly what Grubby's doing. He needs to get exactly an observer while Robo Bay is coming out, but CatZ still has kind of a wide timing window to just blast through here with a lot of Hydras. This force is not well equipped to deal with a lot of Hydras. Range is finishing up at the Hydra Den. He really needs to get the Sneakers upgrade. Fast movement. Looks like CatZ is pulling back, waiting to assault. An excellent concave. Ooh, that's going to pan out very poorly for the Protoss player. Grubby can recall at any time, and he is going to have to recall real freaking fast. Looks like an infestation pit was recently constructed by CatZ as well. This is going to allow him to begin getting some swarm hosts possibly, but in the unit tab we see 46 drones. 72 probes, is that right? 73? Wow. In the midst of the all-in not really panning out, the sort of hidden actor in Grubby's strong stand right now is that Chronoboost expenditure. Going right on up to 10 gate. It's going to be all Blink plus Colossus. Zerglings moving around. Nice, big, wide open map. A lot of options. Has pathogen glands been researched? Nope, just an infestor being constructed anyways. Zergling counterattack may do a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Keep in mind, there's also Burrow done right now. Where's the observer? Is there only one observer? Uh-oh, and it's way out in the middle of the map. Some significant damage. CatZ really needs to throw down that Burrow tech. Whew, and he does. That's so dirty. CatZ is already getting himself in position to be able to confront this. Looks like the Nexus will take a little bit of hull damage. Down at the bottom side, Grubby chilling. An attempted kill on the Nexus. It's not going to pan out, but there's a lot of Zerg units moving through the middle. The Oracle revealing all of it. Colossus has just gotten that range upgrade, but there's still the Zerglings all around the Colossus pinned back. CatZ chooses a slightly askew angle to engage, and it looks like the Hydralisks are isolated. There's no roaches there to absorb damage. And there's the big sweep in that CatZ has really been hoping for. Now moving forward, the Mothership Core is going to fall, but not before throwing down 2 time bombs. Hydralisk desperately trying to get close to those Colossus, but the Colossus are refusing the hug request. And CatZ trying to act a little too soon right before the +1 range and attack upgrade are done. CatZ says, you know what, I'm going to go for Hive, try to get those Vipers up. It's the only hope I really have. Wow, I mean, this is one of the issues with opening up with one of those 7-pool openings. You put your opponent behind, but going for a 3-base after 7-pool means that you have really not a lot of drones and not a lot of choices at that point. CatZ tries to send in the Zerglings, but Grubby clusters his probe properly. 17 workers killed off, but that doesn't mean that the probe count is low for Grubby at all. He is now at 17 probes. To a very low drone count, 53 of CatZ. CatZ can't even really afford to take another expansion right now. In this spot, what is CatZ to do? He's going to have to hope that some small-scale counterattacks will be enough. But Grubby's one of the Protosses that we've seen really begin favoring cannons over additional gateways or over more units. Gateways at the natural, cannons at the natural, cannons in the main. Cannons at the 3rd on mass. I'm actually not even sure that counterattacks are going to help. I mean, CatZ doing the traditional move. This is ordinarily what will allow Zerg to stay in this sort of game while he begins to stockpile up a lot of infestors. Ultralisk tech also on the way. We're seeing CatZ just bank money. He's going to try to bank enough money until he can get the Ultras out to just roll through this force. The Void Ray is going to give that a real problem. I mean, Grubby has played this off very nicely. Opted to head towards an all-in and then pulled back out of it magnificently. A single Immortal might get surrounded. Might even not. I mean, CatZ is just running up to this opposite corner. Guaranteed death. Ooh, this is a scary moment when you walk in there and see that your opponent has just gotten up a new base. I mean, yeah, he delayed it, but CatZ has got to do something now. CatZ has banked up the money until the Ultralisk Cavern was done. There's the Ultralisk popping out, chitinous plating getting started. In the upgrade front, we see +1 Carapace hasn't even been started at all. That means that the Zealots just destroy the Zerglings. 2 hits from a Zealot annihilate the Zergling, and as we see, Thermal Lance at +2, 19. 19 times 2, you will note, is 38. That means he is one-shotting these 0 armor Zerglings with the Colossus. Starting to see why upgrades are oh so important. This is at +2, it's doing 19 damage. With +2 armor, it would be doing 17 damage per shot, which means it would take 2 Colossus swipes to kill off Zerglings. Are you starting to see why upgrades are so important? 2 roaches at the backside. Will this Ultra Infestor force be enough? It looks like CatZ not engaging at the best angle. The front Zealots fall very quickly, and that is about it. Grubby wrecks the front door with way more units than it seems possible, and there's the good game. That does put Grubby leading the series 1-0 in this semifinal match. Or excuse me, not this semifinal match, in this 3rd, 4th place match. When we return, It will be time to determine if Grubby will take the series up to 2-0 or whether CatZ can tie it up.